Hey everyone, Anime MacGyver here again. Well, it's still Anime Analysis Month, and today's episode I re-examine my countdown on anime heroes. Okay, now down to business. Do my selections still hold up? Well, let's find out. At number 11, I had Usagi, aka Serena from Sailor Moon.
We now go to our resident expert on lunar science, Sailor Moon. Sailor? Thanks, Sailor.
Now, in the countdown, I stupidly forgot to mention the main reason why I picked her on that list. At the time I did these videos, I was watching Megami 33 Sailor Moon Abridged, and by God, it was funny and made that show credible. That's what I love about the abridging community. Even if it's on an anime show that I don't really like, it makes it 10 times better, and SMA is a great example of that. The other reason why I included her at number 11 is the imagery of her as seen in AMVs. If there was a Justice League of anime, she'd be the equivalent to Hawkgirl. Someday, fanboys. Someday. At number 10, I had Mahoro Ando from Mahoromatic. Looking back on this show, I can't help but feel bad that I put her low on the list. She really should have been at least within the top 6 of this countdown. She's super strong, she's beautiful, she's smart, and she even has a badass gun. How freaking cool is that? So, yeah, I really should have put her high up on this list. At number 9, I had Von Finley from Escaflowne. Looking back on this countdown, I do kind of regret putting him on this list in retrospect. I should have had someone like Kenshin at number 9, but oh well, that ship has already sailed. I think partly why I put him on this list was because I did watch Escaflowne and it felt it did leave a little bit of an impression. I wanted to at least, give a mention of an underrated anime show just for the hell of it, I guess you could say. At number 8, I had Guts from Berserk. Like Nosferatu Zod, I do kind of regret putting him on this list to a certain degree. If I'd have gotten Trigun at the time, it would have been a tie with Vash the Stampede and Nicholas D. Wolfwood. At number 7, I had Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Okay, some people could debate that I'm cheating with this because he's a bounty hunter and not an actual hero. But, given the amount of times he, Jet, Faye, and Edward have thwarted notorious criminals and turned them in for the reward money, hey, it counts as heroic behavior, even if they themselves don't regard it as that. Spike kicks ass, and he, Jet, Faye, Edward, and Ein make an awesome team, so to speak. So, does Spike still hold up on this list? Oh hell yes, he does. At number 6, I had Goku from Dragon Ball Z. The best way to paraphrase Goku is that he's like the Superman of the anime world. Speaking of which, shall I reprise the Justice League of anime image? How freaking cool would that be if they made that crossover, even as a standalone short? Seriously, they should do it. At number 5, I had Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. Some people could say that he doesn't count as a hero, but in my book, anti-heroes do count as heroes. Also, isn't that what Spike Spiegel is, basically? Out of all the characters in Inuyasha, I liked Sesshomaru the most. Sure, he was a bit of an ass when he was first introduced, but he made up for that later on in the series. It's no surprise that Rin brought out the good in him. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. Also, half the time, it's Sesshomaru that does the attack that makes Naraku retreat. That's pretty badass. Also, he's so freaking powerful, he doesn't seek any of the jewel shards. Beat that, Inuyasha. At number 4, I had Saya Otonashi from Blood Plus. Saya is an ideal anime hero. She fights despite the odds weighted against her. She may get knocked down or lose when she holds dear, but keeps on going. What I really like about Saya is that she has that Winston Churchill fighting spirit. That we shall fight in France, we shall fight in the seas and oceans, we shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall never surrender. That kind of notion. I like her story, I like her development, I also like her second sword. Saya reminds me a lot of my character Amy in my manga series. And before you ask, yes, I will do a preview on my manga series, it's just that right now I'm in the middle of scripting and designing and planning stages before I draw it all out. So yeah, Saya still holds up on my heroes list. At number 3, I had Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. As far as Bleach goes, I'm a big fan of the first 3 seasons. Anyway, I like that he can be very heroic, yet sometimes can be reluctant about it, especially in the first season. Like when Rukia would give him an assignment, he wouldn't be so inclined about it at first. He'd ultimately go, well, I'll do it, but I won't like it. He's grouchy, he's tough, he's rash, he's determined, he's stubborn, and yet capable of kindness and a sensitive side. And he's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch in the English dub. For those who don't know, he was Adam, the second Black Ranger in Power Rangers. How friggin' cool is that? At number 2, I had Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. The shortest explanation I can give. It's similar reasons as to why I picked Ichigo, but I just like Yusuke's in-your-face, smart-alecky persona. And at number 1, I had Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. On his travels, Edward goes through all sorts of crazy and dangerous events for the sake of his younger brother Alphonse. Ah, the things you do for brotherly love. On top of that, he has to fight enemies that are much taller and so much stronger than he is. And all Ed's got is alchemy. Plus, Ed's 4'11 and not super strong. Dude, that takes balls. And being voiced by Vic Mignogna, that is the pinnacle of awesomeness. So that was my re-examining of my anime heroes list. Thanks for watching.